My sincere belief is that the African American community is being devastated by the collapse of the family. And it all goes back to an alienation of young black men in this country for a number of reasons, but primarily because they're angry they didn't have a family and their father abandoned them and all of that. Stability equals prosperity. And in many black precincts, there's chaos in the streets, in the schools, in the homes. The lack of involved fathers leads to young boys growing up resentful and unsupervised. The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of the African American family. So, raised without much structure, young black men often reject education and gravitate towards the street culture, drugs, hustling, gangs. Nobody forces them to do that. Again, it is a personal decision. The president mentioned in his remarks a culture of cynicism on the streets. And it's not just blacks, but it's the poor and the hardcore, what they call gangsters. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's a culture of cynicism, like, we can't make it, we're not going to be a part of this, we're going to sell drugs, we're going to do what we want. That's your root. That's your core. That drives poverty, it drives violence, it drives resentment, it drives everything. And you guys just not acknowledging it. You're not acknowledging it. Because in certain ghetto neighborhoods, it's part of the culture. 9-year-old boys and girls are smoking it. The crime rates in the black urban precincts are off the chart compared to suburbs and rural areas, okay? Look, there's a reason why more young black men are in prison. There's a reason why police are more cautious while approaching a black man in a car. And the reason is overwhelmingly violent crime in this country is generated by young black men. Because it is racial profiling, but it's really criminal profiling. But the entertainment industry encourages the irresponsibility by marketing a gangsta culture, hip-hop, movies, trashy TV shows to impressionable children. And it has nothing to do with slavery. It has everything to do with you Hollywood people and you derelict parents. You're the ones hurting these vulnerable children. You want a conversation? You got it.